There's a common misunderstanding that INTJs never procrastinate and are always well organized, but this is not always the situation. While INTJs are good at keeping things organized and have a strong desire to succeed, that doesn't mean they don't have moments of self-doubt or lack of genuine motivation to move ahead. INTJs are known for their ability to motivate themselves, but even the most focused person can cave to procrastination. Most of us experience times when we are lacking in motivation and are unable to find answers or solutions to our troubles. We want to keep going forward, but it doesn't always come naturally, and pushing might make things worse. Today I'm talking about a few ways the INTJ battles with motivation, as well as some strategies for overcoming procrastination. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get daily videos created to give you the tools to level up your life. The theoretical world within their thoughts can easily distract INTJs, and depending on how developed their introverted intuition function is, they can even forget the real world exists temporarily. INTJs frequently place a higher value on their ideas and problem-solving games than on tasks that they consider menial. Internal distractions can be difficult for the INTJ because they have such a rich inner psyche. They have so much going on inside their heads that it can potentially be more fulfilling for them than the outside world. When this happens, the INTJ may begin to delay and struggle to accomplish usual tasks. They do, however, tend to find motivation at the last minute as they don't accept failure in their lives. That being said, procrastination of this nature might lead to higher stress conditions, which can be frustrating for the INTJ. They do better when they don't have to wait until the last minute to meet deadlines. Having such a vivid inner vision may surely be a distraction in certain settings for the INTJ, and it can also be unsettling at times because their inner world is simply more engaging. INTJs also have a fear of failure and avoid situations where they believe they might fail. The majority of the time they are able to push over these impulses, but this isn't always the case. When the INTJ is worried about not being able to complete a task or project to the level of perfection they desire, they may procrastinate until they feel ready. They want to make sure they can achieve their objectives with efficiency and attention, therefore they'd rather make sure they're prepared before getting started. Sometimes because they have taken on too many responsibilities at once, INTJs may procrastinate or struggle to complete tasks. While the more balanced INTJ will be aware of their own limits and will not overextend themselves, some INTJs may lack this feeling of inner awareness. They see all of the things they want to do, but don't know how to properly scale things back. Instead, this INTJ takes on a lot of responsibilities and projects at once, which might make them overburdened. They feel they are capable of achieving all of these things and don't want to be seen as someone who is unable to do so. As a result, they bite off more than they can chew, leaving them feeling overwhelmed. They try not to let it get to them, but when it does, they find it difficult to stop delaying some activities. This is where the INTJ may have the most difficulty getting things done and staying motivated to complete tasks on time. So what can an INTJ do to push through some of these potential setbacks? When the INTJ gets started on something, they are usually capable of finishing it. All they need to do now is figure out how to structure the process so they can keep going. Otherwise, they feel irritated by having too many things to do at once and not knowing where to go. Organization aids them in establishing their guidelines and determining which steps to do next. The INTJ's winning combination is merging their organizational talents with their intuition. They must engage their intuitive minds in order to envision the future they desire and to understand why they need it. Being able to connect on a more personal level with their goals might really help them discover the drive they require. If you've gotten some value from this video so far, please show your appreciation and hit that like button. That signals YouTube that you think other people could benefit from this video too. Finding inspiration for the INTJ comes from concentrating their efforts and avoiding becoming overwhelmed. Instead of allowing their initiatives to become overwhelming all at once, they need to take them one step at a time. They must think through each step to ensure that they are doing everything correctly. INTJs place a lot of pressure on themselves to succeed, and this pressure is typically their greatest source of drive. They want to believe that they are incapable of failing or giving up, which can sometimes aggravate the situation. INTJs don't like to be left behind, and they want to be seen as successful and impressive. They need to try to avoid putting this kind of strain on themselves if they don't want to feel stuck. Focusing their energy on what is in front of them and staying organized is the greatest method for the INTJ to prevent feeling unmotivated. For an INTJ, maintaining a sense of balance is critical, as overworking themselves might make it difficult to complete some activities. They must schedule time to unwind and reward themselves for their accomplishments. An INTJ will lose sight of their goals if they don't achieve this harmony, and they will be unable to get things done. They will feel energetic and ready to motivate themselves for the task at hand if they retain a feeling of balance in their life and are capable of resting. Well-rounded INTJs are aware of their limitations and are typically self-disciplined enough to complete things on time. When their introverted intuitive function and extroverted thinking function are well developed, they will naturally prioritize, strategically plan, and methodically carry out tasks. How do you deal with procrastination and lack of motivation as an INTJ? Leave a comment and let me know. You've got this, now go get it done. Grab yourself some more brain food to help you level up your life and click on one of the videos on your screen right now.